We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider Rapid Reactions Edition after Carolina defeats College of Charleston in the Smith Center tonight, 102-86. I'm Jones Angell. He's Adam Lucas. And Adam, the old adage, a tale of two halves. That's what this game was tonight in the Smith Center. Carolina trailed 50-43 at halftime. But as soon as the second half began, looked like a different team. Scored the first 7 points of the second half to tie the game up. It was close for a while, and then Carolina pulls away, outscoring the Cougars 59-36 in the second half. It was like somebody flipped the switch all of a sudden on Carolina at the break.
The best biscuits are the unexpected biscuits. Yeah. As at halftime, all you were thinking about was just winning the game, but after the break, Carolina comes out to start the second half, goes straight inside to Armando Bacot, who powers up a basket and scores. And that really set the tone for a second half where the Tar Heels shoot 19 of 21 from two-point range. Incredibly efficient and just parade to the free throw line. Carolina wasn't great from the three-point line, again, just 5 for 20, but it didn't matter because they were really good inside the arc.
Tar Heels were 27 of 38 from the free throw line. They had 29 more attempts at the stripe than College of Charleston did. Adam mentioned Bacot. He had, Adam, just one shot attempt, 1 point, and 1 rebound at halftime. He finished 10 of 13 from the field, 28 points and 6 rebounds.
And just overwhelmed College of Charleston. They couldn't defend him, and I'm not sure they would have been able to defend him in the first half if Carolina had been a little more effective getting him the ball. And you'll hear Jones talk to Hubert Davis about the two parts of that weren't working in the first half in terms of getting Bacot involved, but he was extremely involved, and Carolina was much better because of it in the final 20 minutes.
Coach Davis was hot. Now, he was not feeling good after this one, even though his team improved to 2-0 and had that terrific second half. So we'll hear from Coach Davis. Adam talked to Armando Bacot. You'll see and hear that as well, and we'll give you some more thoughts on this one after you hear those two interviews here on the Carolina Insider. Alongside the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis, Carolina moves to 2-0 with the 102-86 final over College of Charleston. Coach, pretty clearly a tale of two halves from your team tonight, down 7 at halftime, then put up 59 points and outscored College of Charleston by 23 in the second half. What, in your mind, was the reason for the big difference?
Well, our physicality. We decided to compete. You know, one of the things that I told them at halftime is that there's no escape route. Okay, you can't leave the room. You can't go down the stairs. That either you're gonna have to stand there and compete, or you're gonna get cooked on both ends of the floor. Charleston's physicality overwhelmed us in the first half. And it took us to a halftime to finally start to compete on both ends of the floor. And I told them if they would compete, that things would change, and they would change quickly. And it did.
Armando Bacot had 1 shot, 1 point, and 1 rebound at halftime. He finishes with 28 points and 6 rebounds. Seemed intentional to get him the ball to start the second half, and he really delivered.
Well, it's always intentional to get Armando the ball, but it takes two parts. One, intentionality in terms of us calling a play to get him the ball, but also him working hard to get the ball down low on the post and be able to score. And so in the second half, that's what he did. He outworked whoever was guarding him to catch the ball where he wanted to, and he was able to be effective around the goal. And so I'm really proud of Armando. His ability to post up and score around the basket is huge for us, and I felt like it opened up a number of things for us on the offensive end and helped us get into the penalty early, where we are a good free throw shooting team.
You still seem pretty
I'm there. It's one of the things that our team has to understand is that we're going to get everybody's best shot. And in order for us to have a chance to be successful against any team, you're going to have to compete. You're going to have to play with energy, effort, and passion on both ends of the floor, on every possession, the entire game. And so I'm happy with UNCW is an unbelievable team and program. College of Charleston, unbelievable team and program. And my hope is this is preparing us to play a full 40 minutes where we compete on both ends of the floor.
Just 2 more things, Coach. They out-rebounded you again tonight. Any concern there?
Thank you. I just said I'm not in a great mood, and then you just add that one to me. And I just, last year we were number 1 in the ACC, but I think number 2 in the country in terms of defensive rebounding. And so we pride ourselves on limiting people to one shot every possession. And, that's 2 games in a row where we have been out rebounded, and we have been, for the most part, manhandled in terms of giving up second chance opportunities and rebounding the basketball. So that's an area that we've got to improve on, and we've got to get better at if we want to be the team that we need to be.
I'll ask you a happier question. Seemed like Seth Trimble and Tyler Nickel both came in. Didn't play a ton of minutes, but they were
huge. They were huge, just both of them on both ends of the floor. I'm so proud of them. They it's their preparation, the way that they have practiced. And then, we're not successful tonight if they don't play the way that they did. They just they get after it on the defensive end. They can make plays on the offensive end. Tyler Nickel can really shoot the basketball. He gives us spacing. He knows how to play. He competes. And you saw Seth defensively. I think he can be, if not, the best, one of the best on-ball defenders picking up full court in the country. He's really special with his athleticism.
Guys, that's Hubert Davis. We're live action back here in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you on Tuesday night.
I appreciate it. I'll see you on Tuesday.
Guys, that's Hubert Davis back here in the Continental Tire Coach's Corner.
Alongside Armando Bacot after Carolina puts forth a blistering second half there against College of Charleston. Mondo, let's start in the first half, though. What was not clicking in those first 20 minutes?
Yeah, I thought they took us off their rhythm. Playing a team like that shoot the ball so good and just so skilled all over the floor, it threw us off. And, really we just weren't playing that tough, gritty basketball that we kind of want to hang our hats on. And, we really struggled in the first half.
What was the message at halftime?
We just had to go and get it. Coach, he told us we here, there's no running. We had a second half, either we was going to win or lose. And whatever outcome came out of that, that's what it was.
Very first possession of the second half, Tar Heels go straight down to you. How did that help you get on track for those final 20 minutes?
Yeah, I thought in the first half I didn't really do a good job of just trying to go and get it. Like I said, I've been struggling on the boards the first 2 games, and I just said that next half I was just going to go and get it. However it had to be, whatever had to go down, I was going to go and get it.
So how did it have to be? How were you able to be so efficient in the second half? Carolina shot 19 of 21 from 2 in that second half.
Just being physical and just throwing a punch and going through their face, that's just the main thing. And, we got so much talent and so much size. We should be able to do that all the time.
The boards have been a little closer than I think people might have expected the first couple games. What needs to get better on the glass?
I would say me. I think I really control how good we are on the boards, and I just haven't been doing a good job just getting to the boards. But, I'm figuring it out day by day, and we'll be back. Are
you getting more attention on the glass than you did last year as you're probably high on the scouting report?
Yeah, even last year I got a lot of attention. I guess I just got to get my feel back. I think teams doing a good job of double team boxing me and finding me, but I still got to just be special and go get those boards.
What do you think that second half did in terms of maybe showing this team what it could be when things are clicking?
Yeah, I think it was a wake-up call. It was electric in here, and we just saw how in tune the fans were. And when we getting up and down, running the floor, getting stops, and like I said, running, we hard to stop, and it's fun playing that way.
If you had to pick a couple things you'd like to improve before Tuesday night, what would you circle?
Just how I approach at the beginning. We just need to knock out teams early.
That's Armando Bacot after Carolina ends up blowing out College of Charleston here at the Smith Center.
So the Tar Heels improved to 2-0, 102-86 again, the final score. Adam, wanted to mention a few other individuals. Caleb Love, 25 points, 9 rebounds, a career high. He had 6 assists as well. Leaky Black was perfect from the field, 6 of 6 shooting. He was one off his career high with 15 points. And then Seth Trimble and Tyler Nickel, we heard me talk with Coach Davis about it a little bit. They didn't play a ton, but it felt like both those freshmen gave Carolina a little boost off the bench.
Kind of working backwards. I thought the freshmen did what you want your reserves to do, which is come in and give you a little energy. Seth Trimble on the defensive end, really frustrating College of Charleston, drawing an offensive foul. Then he also was part of a Charleston turnover. And then Tyler Nickel on the other end, offensively. Tyler Nickel knows where the basket is, and he knows how to get the ball to the basket. So both those freshmen just giving Carolina good energy. But then Leaky Black, in addition to the offense that Jones talked about, really good on the defensive end. We're just all accustomed to that. We're used to him doing that night in and night out, but tonight he put the offense with it. And then Caleb Love, maybe not his most efficient night, but big numbers and near double-double on a night that Carolina needed more rebounding because Armando Bacot, not quite his usual numbers on the glass.
Last thing before we get out of here, Adam, Carolina's been out-rebounded twice now by CAA schools, UNCW and College of Charleston. That's nothing negative about those two teams. They are just teams that you would assume that Carolina would have a big rebounding advantage over. Obviously something that Hubert Davis, if you saw the interview, is a little hot about and that Carolina needs to improve.
Yeah, you could tell he was miffed when he was talking to Jones because that's part of Carolina's identity. It was part of Carolina's identity under Roy Williams, and Hubert Davis wants it to be part of their identity now. Tar Heels need a secondary post rebounder. Armando Bacot hasn't put up big rebounding numbers through the first two games, but he hasn't had a lot of help on the glass from the Tar Heel big men, so that's something I think you'll see focused on in practice between now and Tuesday night when Carolina's back at the Smith Center against Gardner-Webb.
P. Nance just one rebound tonight for Carolina. It was an offensive rebound in this ballgame. Love was the leading rebounder with 9. Bacot had 6. Also, Leaky Black, who's been good on the glass here early in the season, had 5. Okay, it's a busy weekend. Football tomorrow, Winston-Salem, Carolina, Wake Forest. That is at 7:30. We'll be on the air at 6:30, and then more basketball next week. Heels back at home for 2 more games. The first of those 2 against Gardner-Webb Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock in the Smith Center. Tar Heels turn it on in half number 2 and hit triple digits for the second time in the Hubert Davis era. This one is a 102-86 win over College of Charleston. Thanks for being with us on the Carolina Insider.